Playbook, Strategy for Smart Living, hosted by Nagaraj Annaiya, a distinguished realtor and mortgage consultant. This show is your ultimate guide to mastering the art of real estate. Dive into the world of immigration, mortgage solutions, home remodeling, insurance, real estate planning, and the ancient wisdom of Vastu. Elevate your living and make informed decisions with the insights and strategies shared by Nagaraj Annaiya. Stay tuned for an enlightening experience.
Hello, Bay Area. Happy Friday. As I promised, today we have a founder from Ashima Dugal law firm. Hello, Ashima. How are you doing today?
Hi, Nagaraj. I'm wonderful, and hello to your audience.
Yeah, it's a great day out. We are live on Bali 92.3. Any questions on immigration? Ashima would be there to answer on your anything on the immigration and the real estate. I'll be there. You can give us a call 408-912-5038. Today we are going to talk about the immigration part because immigration plays a very, very important role in this country, right? A lot of people ignore it. Most of them come in a H1B or any other kinds of a visas, but the path to a green card, there are so many paths to a green card, but not knowing that they keep working on a H1B or some other visas, and later at some point of the time itself they understand how crucial the green card plays in this country, right? As an immigrant, I know I moved like Ashima, I moved to US around 2014. Okay, I was doing really good, great company, but 2015, at start of the 2015, right, because of the various reasons, the company layoff started. Okay, then only I understood the crucial part of the H1B, right? Within 1 month, you need to be leaving the country, or 2 months. What is the alternatives for that? Then only I started analyzing the various ways to a part of the green card. I got a green card in less than 1 year, and right now I'm a citizen, US citizen, right? I wanted to basically support others also, ways to get a green card faster. That is what today's discussion. Thanks, Ashima, for joining in today. Can you give an intro about yourself, Ashima?
Sure. I'm going to keep it short.
Yeah.
So we, get to the questions and the real important information first.
Correct.
My name is Ashima Dugal. I'm founder of Dugal Law Group. It is an immigration-focused law firm based right here in the Bay Area. I've been practicing 20 years. We do everything in business immigration, family immigration, and naturalization.
Okay, cool. So listeners, we are live on Bali 92.3. If you have any questions on the immigration or a real estate, you know which number to call out. 408-912-5038. All the shows what we are doing in all will be uploaded on your YouTube. If you miss any part of this discussion, you can always listen or watch on a YouTube on my YouTube channel, Nagaraj Annaiya. So Ashima, what are the ways to get a green card, or what are the types of visas are there to get into a green card?
Sure. I'm going to focus on the aspects of ways to get a green card in business immigration. Obviously,
Okay.
there is family sponsorship. In business immigration, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB5, PERM. There's so many different numbers, and it's the alphabet soup. So it
Too many alphabets.
Yes, it's the there's O visas, TNs, Ls, Hs, lots of letters and numbers. So what does this all mean? You mentioned that you were, unfortunately laid off. You explored, and that's wonderful. My clients today are experiencing that because of the wave of layoffs affecting Bay Area and especially Indians.
Yes.
I have spoken to so many, more than 100 over the last year, who on one-on-one have lost their jobs. And what did they lose in addition to employment and income? They lost the H-1B visa sponsorship, and they lost the green card sponsorship because it was based through their employer. So I recommend, if you are one of those people, or if you want a faster pathway, if you want more control over your future and your destiny, consider sponsoring yourself, a self-petition. So that's where we're going to talk about today. EB1A, NIW is EB2, EB5 is investors. Those are the 3 ways you can self-sponsor. Let's focus today on EB1A. That's where a highly professional individuals, entrepreneurs, your audience may qualify.
Listeners, you are listening to Real Estate Playbook by Realtor Nagaraj. We are live on Bali 92.3 and joined by Ashima Dugal law firm. We are discussing on the faster way to get a green card. If you have any questions on the immigration, you can give us a call on a 408-912-5038. So Ashima, as you said, there are so many numbers, but number one, everybody misses it out, right? What is like EB1 name? But what is EB1 name?
Sure. It is a pathway to a green card. It is the first step. EB stands for employment based, and it is when individuals can show they have extraordinary ability in a particular field. There are 5 fields: sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics.
Okay. What are the benefits of EB1 name?
Sure. That's a good question, Nagaraj. And that's actually the purpose of, this discussion. Anyone can qualify. Sciences, business, education, those are very broad. So if you are an engineer, an entrepreneur, a sales professional, a business executive, scientist, product manager, UX designer, you name it, all of the tech occupations in the Bay Area will qualify. So there's no barrier. So number 1, the benefit, flexibility. Number 2, self-petition. If you are laid off in your next job, doesn't matter. You do not lose your queue, your number in the queue, in the long queue. And it is faster than EB2. And so those are the 3 major benefits.
Okay, that's great. Listeners, you're listening to Bali 92.3, and this show is a Real Estate Playbook by Nagaraj. If you have any questions on the immigration or a real estate, you can give us a call on a 408-912-5038. And if you have anything on the immigration going through, or like if you're thinking about the EB1A, because number 1 is always kind of confusing. You think you should be getting a Nobel Prize to qualify for an EB1A, right? Or you might be getting an Oscar, right? Or like something else to qualify for an EB1A. That's not the all about for EB1A. That is why the show is all about to educate you so that you get a right source of an information, so you can make your own decisions for yourself on your immigration front and the real estate front. Okay. So Ashima, on the, as you said, like anybody can qualify for, who qualifies for an EB1A?
I have done cases for employees of Google. I have done cases for employees of Tesla.
We have a one call. Ashima, just 1 second. We have one caller. Hello, welcome to Real Estate Playbook.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing really good. How about you?
Good, good. It's
So
Friday, it's long weekend, so
yeah,
no complaints.
So yeah. What's your name?
My name is Avinash.
Yeah, hi Avinash. Thanks for joining in. You have any question today, Avinash?
Yes. So I'm on a H-1B visa,
Okay.
but also I've been I have a sister who is like the owner of the company, and I've been a silent partner, not involving in any of the major kind of like daily work related things. But my question is, like, on H-1B visa, is it okay to do something like that. Like, I just want to make sure that I'm on the right track.
Ashima, this is for you.
Sure. Hi, Avinash. So that's a good question, and I do get similar questions. It really, what's permitted as an H-1B activity falls under whether it's actively engaging in business, or are you a passive investor? And I'll give you just one example. For example, if you have an Airbnb with some friends in Santa Cruz and it's 2 bedrooms and you mostly use it for personal, that's totally fine. It's an investment. You purchased it. Let's say there's an Airbnb, but your friends are the ones who manage it and you outsource most of it. Then you are more of a passive investor. But if you are the one managing the Airbnb, doing all of the steps, then and it's registered as a business,
I think,
so,
go ahead, Ashima.
Yeah. So it depends on, with you and your sister, it sounds like you are a passive investor. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, and I'm glad that you gave an example of Airbnb, because we're doing something like that, where, like, we have a Airbnb, and it's basically we have a LLC registered. It's completely on her name, and I'm just like a silent partner, but I take the income from that. So is that kind of like okay, or just want to know like the pros and cons of that?
Yeah, you are an investor. If you are a true investor, it's fine.
Thank you, Avinash. Any other questions you have?
So having a registered LLC, can my name be on, like, instead of sole proprietorship, can we be like more of a kind of like a joint venture thing, like being the big, and it might be helpful for other folks who are listening as well. Like, my question is, like, people who are on H1B, can they also like be a part of LLC as well? Because technically, if you're on H1B, you're just supposed to work only for one company, right?
So you mentioned that with the LLC is with your sister and you are a silent partner. And so that is acceptable. If you are the sole proprietor, your sister's not involved, it's an income producing LLC entity, then that is not a permitted activity. So that's really what it comes down to. I have lots of clients who do similar things as you're suggesting, and it's fine as long as they are a passive investor.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. That was my question. So yeah, good. Thank you.
Thank you, Avinash. I think this show is for you guys. Why only think about H1B? There are other alternatives, right? That's what we are talking about, EB1A today. You're listening to Nagaraj Annaya's Real Estate Playbook and joined by Ashima, where we are discussing about EB1A. Ashima, do I need a labor certification to apply for a EB1A?
That is a good question, Nagaraj, and it's a good question because most of the audience may have a labor certification already. And so the main advantage of an EB1A is the self-petition. You skip the labor certification, which is taking almost 2 years these days because of Department of Labor's backlog. So you skip that. You go straight to I-140 immigrant petition, and it's your name on there. There's no company signatory. So no, it's a very easy answer. You need no job offer. You could be unemployed and apply. You could be abroad and apply.
That's very good thing what you said. Self-petition means you can apply for yourself and you don't need kind of a company offer to apply for it. You can reach out to Ashima and she can apply for it. She can evaluate your criteria. I think that's what the next we are going to discuss about. What are the criteria for EB1A visa?
Sure, there's 10 criteria. you have to meet minimum of 3. And I would recommend you try to shoot for 4, 5, 6, and above.
Okay.
Earlier, Nagaraj, you mentioned about a Nobel Prize, an
Yeah.
Oscar. So maybe if you're Priyanka Chopra, you might get an EB1A. But she married, what's his name, Jonas. So she didn't need to do that anyway. But if you have a Padma Bhushan, you will get an EB1A based on world recognized prize.
Okay.
So that's one way. But most of us are not winning, Padma Bhushans or Oscars. So after that, you have to prove instead 3 criteria minimum. I'm going to just give you a few examples of the most common ways.
Okay, hold on. Before giving it out, I'll give out the numbers. If the listeners might have any questions on the immigration and the real estate, do give us a call. We are live on Bali 92.3, 408-912-5038. Any questions on immigration or a real estate, we are there to help you out. Do give us a call. Ashima, give us the 10 criterias, right? So that listeners get benefited on that.
Sure. I was going to give you a few examples.
Okay, go ahead.
One way that many of your audience can likely qualify, one criteria, is leading or critical role. If you are a senior engineer, if you are a product manager, if you are a principal scientist, those are leading roles, those are critical roles. Especially if you are, critical role, let's say you are a software architect, you're not a manager. How do you qualify then? If you are working at a startup or any entity, but you are working on a major product that is important to the company, you're building something new, that's considered a critical role. So that's one criteria. Another criteria, in the Bay Area, especially with the big tech companies who give out stock, salary is another criteria. You can count your W-2, your salary, plus your equity or your stock, whatever you have, bonuses. So that really helps you. Those are 2, and you have to meet minimum of 3. The others that some of my clients are able to achieve is
this 3, whatever you gave me, it's for the tech people. Okay, but I'm an artist. How do I qualify them? What are you looking for the qualification for the artist?
Sure. So if you are a film actor or actress, a painter.
We have one caller. Let's take it up, Ashima.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to Real Estate Playbook.
Hello, hi. My name is Mohammed. Thank you so much. I was going through radio. I was listening, so I have few questions.
Yeah, Mohammed, please go ahead.
Yeah, so the first question is that I'm on H1B. So from last 8 or 9 years, I'm in the USA, but still I have not started GC process. So what will be the best method? I can start an EB1, or what will be the because my employer, he has not started yet the initial process for GC. So it's still in my hands. I have only 4 years to apply that. So what will be the best?
Thank you, Mohammed. It's a great question, Ashima. I think I've seen a lot of people like this. They're on H1B for 8 years, but the employers doesn't want to do the green card. You know why, and we don't want to discuss on that part. But what are the ways we can help him out? Like, what are the visas he can apply?
Sure. So Mohammed, if your employer is reluctant, or you think, in the future you might be interested in changing jobs, then you have to take things into your own hands. You have to control the green card process yourself. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, there are 3 main ways to self-petition: EB1A, NIW, which is EB2, and EB5. Those are the 3 ways. Which way is best for you would require, a deeper assessment.
Correct.
Today, we're talking about EB1A.
Yeah. Mohammed, listen to so fully to understand how does the EB1A works. right? And if you have any follow-up question, or if you want to reach out to Ashima, you're more than welcome to reach out. Do all the numbers I'll give
So
out.
from where we can get, sir, like, his office, or like exactly location to get the consultant, or exactly, what with the process to, like,
We'll give
give
you
a
out
number or what?
yeah, give you out at the end of the show today, and all these videos will be uploaded at Nagaraj Annaya's YouTube channel. You can reach out there also to
Yeah, already I subscribe your channel. Yeah, just, on a
okay,
give,
you'll get
yeah.
all the information after 10 minutes. Within a 10 minutes, all these videos will be uploaded. You can talk to Ashima. I'll give out the number too. Thanks, Mohammed, for calling
Oh,
in.
okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Best of luck for your journey.
Yeah,
Ashima,
thank you. Yeah.
we have only few minutes left. Let's discuss about the criteria. I think visa, especially a green card, right? Like it's a kind of an ocean, right? We need an experts like you so that people get benefited. That was the reason I started with the real estate playbook, and all on the real estate, whichever is connected, so the people can get benefited on that. Because like Muhammad, there are so many people who didn't even think about it's been 8 years. He has not taken initiative for himself to do what is the alternative. Correct. Let's discuss about the criterias. We discussed about the three criterias for an tech people, right? One is the critical role you told, highest paid, and the third thing. What was the third thing?
You can pursue exclusive memberships. You can pursue publications. A lot of masters in tech or other fields have that. You can pursue judging the work of others. That can be a judge at a competition. So there's numerous other ones. I have some connections to a PR firms in India. You can get media about you. So there's 10 criteria, and at my firm, we help you build the case.
Yeah.
Let's say you're only at 2. We're going to try to get you to 4 and 5.
I think a lot of people think EB1 can happen like this. No, sometimes we need 1 year or 2 years to build your portfolio or a profile, right? That is why you need to think about it. No, if you think like, I don't qualify, no, don't worry about that. Maybe one criteria might be fitting in. For the 2 criteria, you need a 2 years or 3 years to work with Ashima. She can help you to build the portfolio. The same thing like a real estate. Nothing happens like this. You need to build it, right? The same thing on the immigration front also. We were talking about if you're a performer or a musician or a dancer, how do we qualify them?
Sure, there are different sets of criteria. Being the lead in a show, in a dance recital is one. Having high ticket sales, high publicity about you, those are 2 additional criteria. Having good, recognition for your art, that's another criteria. So
okay. That's good to know, right? Like, because a lot of people might be came on H4EADs, the wife maybe like she might be a performer and they think they can't qualify. For them, this is the thing. Listeners, you're listening to a real estate playbook and joined by Ashima Dugal. We are discussing about the EB5 today, sorry, EB1A visa. And going forward in the future, we'll be discussing more about the EB1A criteria. Each criteria, we go into a detail about each criteria, how we can fit into a criteria. And we do talk about in the coming sessions about the EB5 visas, right? Especially being on H1B right now, H1B seasons. We'll talk about more on the H1B also, right? Do subscribe to my channel, Nagaraj Anaya, on a YouTube channel, and we come on every Friday, discuss about the various aspects about the real estate. Thank you, Ashima, for wonderful insights about the EB1A. And if anybody wants to reach out to Ashima, do reach out to ashima.dugallaw.com, or our number is 650-569-0333. And this video will be uploaded on the YouTube. You can watch there, and there's a contact number already mentioned for her also. Thank you so much, listeners. Thank you, Ashima, for joining in today.
Thank you, Nagaraj. Thank you, Bali 92.3.
And for next week, with a new episode, with a new experts. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye.
Advertise your business